So, if you want stability, easier exit, simpler investing, go for. If you are investing in real estate today, would you buy a flat or an office shop? Because one can give you more rental income, the other can give you more flexibility. So which one is actually better? Let's find out. Let's start with residential. The biggest advantage here is there is always someone who needs a home. If your tenant leaves, there is another family, couple or a working professional looking for one. And if you ever want to sell, you are not dependent on one particular type of buyer. Simple language mein, residential is easier to understand, easier to rent and easier to exit. And that's a big advantage for a first time investor. But here's the catch. Residential has a problem. Rental income is not that very exciting in residential. In many Indian markets, the residential rental gross yields are around 2 to 4% depending on the location and property. Plus, maintenance, tenant turnovers, repairs and your money can stay locked in for years. Matlab, residential gives you more stability but usually less cash flow. Now look at commercial. Office, retail, warehouse. This is where things get interesting. A good commercial property can generate significantly higher rental income, often around 6 to 10% gross, depending heavily on the asset and location. Leases can also be much more longer, and good commercial assets can have strong rent escalation structures as well. Matlab, if residential is about owning an asset, commercial can be much more about owning an income stream. But that income isn't free. If your tenant leaves, then suddenly your 2 to 5 crore asset can literally generate ₹0. Finding next tenant takes time. A bad location can kill your rental demand. A wrong rental unit can sit empty. Also, selling commercial is not always as easy as selling a good residential flat. Commercial also reacts more directly to business cycles and occupier demand. So, higher yield comes with higher responsibility. So, if you want stability, easier exit, simpler investing, go for residential. And if you want higher rental income, longer leases, plus you are comfortable with more risk, then only invest in commercial. But if this is your first time property investment, I would strongly suggest to go for residential. Commercial comes much more after your capital and experience can handle it. Okay, that's it for this one. If you know someone confused between deciding commercial or residential investment, send this reel to them and also comment your views, residential or commercial, and why.